This is the GFS EAP 100 preamp demo. I did a install video for this preamp a month or so ago, and I'll try to link it down below so that you can go to that if you want to watch it. But this is a demo of it. And what I've done, just to refresh you, it's an in-pin jack preamp, and there's an internal condenser microphone inside, not a UST, a microphone, an electric condenser, and consequently they're more sensitive to feedback. And right now what I have is I have my PA set up. There's a speaker right there and a speaker right there, so my guitar is basically pointed right at both of my main speakers. And what you're hearing is the guitar through that PA recorded with the laptop microphone, because I don't have a way to, if I were to run my mixer into this laptop, you would not hear my voice, because if I hook a microphone up to that mixer, unless I use a dynamic microphone and get it right up next to my mouth, if I try to use a condenser microphone, it'll pick up this guitar in the room and it'll loop it through the PA, and we will have issues with feedback. That would happen with a UST or any other kind of amplified instrument with the speakers pointed the way that they are, and the microphone in front of those speakers and all of that. But that's my setup in my music room, because I don't really do very loud volumes in here, so it works. But that's what you're hearing, is this instrument through a PA. And what I've done is I set up or rigged up a makeshift sound hole cover for the same reason. Even if I were using a UST, or undersaddle transducer pickup, the way that I'm pointed at the speakers, it would feed. This is more prone to it, absolutely it is, but in quiet settings you'll find that it works just fine. And I will probably build a wooden sound hole cover. I've been needing one a while. I could go online and spend 20 bucks on one, a plastic or rubber one from Musician's Friend or something like that, but they're not that difficult to make, and I don't see why I shouldn't just go ahead and make one, and I will eventually. But this serves for purposes of the recording. So that's it. That's what she sounds like. Uh, I am getting just a tiny little bit of kind of scratchiness, sort of every now and then, from this as I move it around from the end pin. But it could be my cord. It could be just a little bit of dirt, whatnot. It's uh, nothing that you even really hear. I can hear it. I can tell it's going on every now and then, but it doesn't come over the PA all that much or anything of that nature. And I think it's a non-issue. It's something that probably that I've experienced with other systems like this, and it's generally something like dirt that that needs to be cleaned a little bit. No big deal. Or there's something wrong with the cord. The cord needs you need a better cord or something like that. So, all in all, though, it's got a wonderful sound. This is the instrument without the PA. Of course, hold on a minute. Actually, I can't take that out right now, but hold on a minute. Let me see if I can get this out, because I think plugging up that sound hole. There we go. So, for whatever that's worth, that's what the instrument sounds like acoustically through that laptop microphone, for comparison's sake. All right, thanks for joining me. Uh, if you're doing quiet gigs, you're not doing a lot of, you don't have a drum set or a screaming singer, the PA isn't cranked to the max, there's not really loud, heavy, distorted guitars, things like that. Just a quiet, like a coffee house setting, or in my case, it'll be a church setting, uh, a worship type setting where when we don't do the if we do modern contemporary music, it's usually on an acoustic. We've adapted to it. We don't have a band with a huge PA and distorted guitars, and that's just not the way our particular church does things. So the situation I'm in is one of quiet, and this should work just fine for that. Uh, and if you're in a similar situation, I think that it gives a quite a natural sound, and if you control it properly, you won't have any problems with feedback. Uh, if you're going for anything more dynamic than that, an undersaddle transducer would be the way to go, and they sell this in-pin preamp with a UST. If you want to go that route, I have another guitar that, if I can ever afford it, I will go with this in-pin preamp and a UST for it. But for this, it's wonderful. All right. God bless you. Thank you for coming along, and I'll talk to you later.